Quick disclaimer before we start the video, I am not responsible for anything bad that happens to you or your computer if you do the following. I have accepted it as a risk that needs to be taken because of what Microsoft is doing, but if you don't feel the same, feel free to ignore what I'm saying in this video. Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we are checking out Windows 10 spying and what you can do to disable it. Now firstly, there are a few programs online that you can find to disable Windows spying, mainly Spybot Anti-Beacon and Destroy Windows Spying. Now they both provide roughly the same service, and you can click Destroy Windows Spying and it'll immunize your entire system with Firewall rules. But that is not enough, as I found out today. Okay, I'll just let that run in the background. So today, when I was going through my Windows Firewall for proxy configuration, I saw that Microsoft has actually put a few Windows 10 rules for the programs that you use, like photos, and there's also sticky notes, Cortana and such. And I just found that that's slightly odd, since they're all local programs. They don't need the network to work. See, you have Microsoft Photos, which has an inbound rule from Microsoft, whatever that is, or from a Microsoft site. And we also have sticky notes, moves in TV, and down the bottom, where hardly anyone uses, there's your account information. And if you go to Outbound Rules, ooh, there's a lot of IPs blocked. There is the Xbox Game UI. Also on Outbound Rules, we have Microsoft Edge, probably to send Microsoft telemetry or something like that. Family features, photos, sticky notes, and there is also Groove Music and Windows Smart Screen, which I don't know if many people use, but I personally don't. They all send information to the Microsoft sites. Now what I have done to immunize myself, apart from Windows telemetry, which was done by Spybot Anti-Beacon, if I remember correctly, or was the other one, but that all works. Now down here, Cortana, you see it's allowed to send information back to Microsoft. So what you can do is you can go to Properties, and it says that you can't change some of the properties, but you can, instead of allowing this connection, you can block this connection. And that makes sure that Cortana cannot send the information to Microsoft. Now you can go through and disable all of these things, like 3D Builder. 3D Builder is a STL file viewer, and that doesn't need internet connection, does it? I mean, like, there are 3D templates that you can find online, but does anyone use those? I mainly use Inventor, which is why I don't need these. So I can just go ahead and block all these connections. There are quite a few, and if you're not sure about something, you can always do a quick Google search. However, if you see something like Windows Shell Experience or something that you've installed, for example, like I have, where's a good example? There's file and printer sharing. If you're not sure if that's Microsoft implemented, you can always come over here and check what application package it uses. If it says Microsoft, then it's a Microsoft program. And Groove Music, MP3 file player, it doesn't need the network. Mail and Calendar, now that does need the network. So if you use the Microsoft default Mail app, you should keep that open. Microsoft Edge, I don't know if anyone uses that, I don't, but I'm going to keep it open anyways, because there are some claims on the internet where it says that Skype uses the Microsoft Internet Explorer or Microsoft Edge browser connections to send and receive messages, so not sure about that. Family features, I don't use that. Sometimes there's two rules for some reason, I'm not sure why that is. Microsoft Photos, it's a JPEG and PNG viewer. Why would that need access to the internet? Sticky Notes is it's sticky notes. No one needs it to connect to the internet. Microsoft Tips, I don't need the tips. Movies and TV, it's an MP4 viewer or just a video viewer. Doesn't need the internet. MSN, is that by Microsoft? Yes, it is. So you can block that connection and block the second one as well. And it'll all come up as a red circle with a line across it. One note. I do have Microsoft Office installed on this computer, so I'm going to keep that open. But on my other computer where I have WPS Office, I don't need it, so I have blocked that. Wi-Fi and cellular paid. I have never used that before, and I don't intend to. Windows Smart Screen can be kept open. Sway is another Microsoft app. See there. And default lock screen, that's how Microsoft sends you a default lock screen if you haven't set one yourself. I don't actually need it, so I can just disable it. Once you've disabled it, if you don't set your own lock screen, it just uses the last picture it has downloaded. And Xbox Game UI, I don't know if many people use the Xbox account alongside their Microsoft account, but I don't, so I'm going to disable that. So that's most, or if not all, of the outbound rules. There's also Microsoft Spotlight. I believe that's a search, but I will keep that open because I'm not sure about that. And then you can go back to the inbound rules. DaVinci Resolve is a program I have. DualOS, I've already deleted that, uninstalled it. I'm not sure why that's still there. Microsoft Portable Wi-Fi. It doesn't say it's by Microsoft. Let's see if I can. No, it's the D-Link. D-Link, my USB Wi-Fi driver. So I won't disable that. That would be bad. Says Checkpoint VPN, which is not Microsoft. And then Connect, whatever that is. Oh, that's a wireless screen sharing service if I remember correctly, but I don't need that. Okay, let's go back into this. No, okay, so something you don't want to do is to delete these rules, because if you delete the rules, they can always reapply the rules, if that makes sense. So like, if you delete them, they can reinstate the rules and change the properties. And if I remember correctly, every time Windows updates, it reverts all these rules, so you might need to go through and change these again once you update Windows. But I haven't seen that happen yet, so might vary depending on what you have. Google Chrome is Chrome. Groove Music, again, should be blocked. Microsoft Photos, don't know why that's open. Microsoft Sticky Notes, block this connection. Movies and TV. So yeah, you can just go through and block all these connections. Now I showed you destroy Windows Spy, but I haven't showed you, what was it, Spybot Anti-Beacon yet. So let me just show you that real quick once I finish this list. And that's about it. So yeah, if there is anything that goes wrong and you're not sure, you can always restore the default settings, but you might need to reinstall some of the programs that use the internet, because as you saw there, it had DaVinci Resolve and my antivirus that had firewall rules, so that may be reverted back. Now Spybot Anti-Beacon, oh yeah, sometimes it asks you to restart your computer. Normally I'll just click yes, but no, for the sake of this video. Now, Spybot Anti-Beacon, I had the portable version, and it shows you which ports are being blocked. You can also show options, so it tells you the registry editor that it changes, the registry bits, I guess. And you can also block optional things like Cortana, remote registry, telemetry hosts, and Bing IPs if you use Bing. And yeah, I'll link those programs in the video description. But overall, it's fairly simple. There's also the settings menu where you can disable everything, but some settings are quote-unquote managed by your organization, even though I don't have an organization. So yeah, that's odd, but nevertheless it's there. Turning all these off doesn't always work. I've had these programs run in the background even though they were off in the settings, so that's something to note. Anyways, that's about it for this video, and I'll see you next time.